Yeah, hello and welcome to this tutorial. Now today we are looking at application of laws of logarithm. Um, we are going to see a nice example here on how to apply the laws of logarithm in simplifying and solving logarithmic equations. Now, for example, see here, we are given that logarithm of A equal to 1.2, logarithm of b equal to 1.5, and logarithm of c equal to 0.5. Now calculate logarithm of the cube root of a squared b over c squared, the whole thing like that. So we are going to see how logarithms are very helpful in complicated equations like this. So there is a very important hint here that if the logarithm is not given to any base, then it is in base 10. So if this logarithm, as you see here, it's not given to any base, it's only the logarithm of cube root of a squared b over c squared. Now this logarithm is to base 10. Now when things are like that, then we can start solving. We see here. So the first step is to apply logarithm over root. So we start to apply the laws. Of logarithm. Now we apply the logarithm of a root. Why? We want to eliminate the root, the cube root. So we say that the logarithm of a cube root of a squared b over c squared can be written as the logarithm of a squared b over c squared, the whole thing raised to 1 over 3. Things start to become easier, okay? Now, as from here, we apply the logarithm of a power. All right, the second step here is to apply the logarithm of a power to drop this 1 over 3 to the other side. This is the logarithm of a power. So after applying the logarithm of a root, we're going to apply the logarithm of a power. We drop it down, and then we end up with something like this. Okay, so you are going to end up with this is 1 over 3. So it's like here saying that we apply here. We can just chip in here, apply logarithm of power here. Apply logarithm of power. So when you apply logarithm of power, the whole thing is taken to this position here. It is taken here. So that's why you see it here. 1 over 3 log of a square b over c square. So what next? What next is going to be here. Okay, this is going to be our next step. It is just coming right now here. This is apply logarithm of quotient now. So we apply logarithm of quotient here. Okay, apply logarithm of quotient. So you're applying the logarithm of quotient here. 1 over 3 log of a square b over c square is the same as, now you apply, because you see here we have a square times b. So logarithm of and then over c square. Logarithm of quotient tells us that logarithm of x, if I write it somewhere, it tells you that logarithm of x over y is the same as logarithm of x minus logarithm of y. This is what we learned in the logarithm of quotient here. That is what we learned. So if this is the case, it means when you apply logarithm of quotient here, we are going to have this thing here acting as our x. To act as our x here. Okay, it acts as our x. and this thing here act as our y. So if this c here act as our y, we have logarithm of quotient written in this case. This is logarithm of x minus logarithm of y. So if that is the case, we have written our logarithm in a quotient, and we can now continue. So when we continue, we have this coming to life again. Of this, apply laws of product. Now, since we have applied the laws of quotient, now we have to apply the laws of product to see what happens. Why do we apply the law of product? It's because we have a squared times b here. So a squared b, this is the same as logarithm of x times y, which gave us logarithm of x plus logarithm of y. So you see, this is how we move with the laws when we are simplifying things. So you have to carry them, you have to remember them. Okay. So if that is the case now, you apply this law of product. Okay. So you apply the law of product, and when you apply the law of product, what is going to happen is this. You are going to have 1 over 3 log a square plus log b minus, if we're going there, we can just remain with that, minus log of c squared. Now what next? Next is to apply law of power. Why are we applying law of power? It's simply because we have this. We have this. So if we have this, we have this a power 2, and we have this c power 2. So we got to apply law of power. This is going to be 1 over 3. Now this 2 here will go down here. Okay, it is what you see here. And this 2 here will go down here. This is what you see here. Okay, so it is very important that you apply every law when it is appropriate, and you apply it so that it helps you to simplify things. So you apply that, and then put given values. After reaching this point, you see that you have simplified everything. Now you have just to introduce what is given. You are given log of a, log of b, log of c. See here, these things are given. So if these things are given, we apply them. We apply the values given here now. Apply law of power, we apply it, we have it here. And then now we put the given values of log a, log b. No, this is not log a, but this is log a, log b, and log c. So this is the same as 1 over 3. 2 times log a was given as 1.2 plus 1.5, which is a single log b, and minus 2 times logarithm of c, which is 0.5. So we just simplify, add and minus easily like this, and then we end up with this here as our answer. So see how logarithms are very powerful in solving complicated problems like this. We just add and minus, add and subtract without bothering with these radicals and everything. So what we do with logarithm is really very, very important. It is very important that everyone understand what is logarithm, our laws, and how to apply them in everyday solving problems. Hope you have enjoyed, and be blessed.